What's good, Jetsetters? Let's talk about DaBaby saying he's being blackballed. Now, shout out to Complex.com. I'm reading this article out of Complex right now. So basically, they're saying this. His new album, Baby on Baby 2, has low sales right now, and it's being projected to only move 16,000 units the first week. Now, to me, that don't seem bad. That's not bad at all. 16,000 units, that's cool. However, here's the trick, right? Here's the problem. In 2020, his album Blame It on DaBaby debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, and it moved, listen to this, it moved 124,000 album units. Woo. That's a big drop. I ain't gonna cap. That's a big drop. That is a big drop. Now, DaBaby said this on his Instagram stories regarding the issue. He said, "Not bad for the blackballed baby." And like I said, that's not bad. You know, those are good numbers. And now he's saying he's being blackballed. That's kind of subjective, you know. Whether or not you're blackballed, to me, I think he's doing great for himself. You know, he's done great. He's made tons of money in the business. He has residual income set up. So to me, I don't really see the big discussion and why the internet's on fire about this. But, you know, because I think a lot of people just don't know the music business. See, the way I look at it, he's a winner. He won already. He already won the game. You know how you beat the game and then you just go back and do side missions? You just beat the game. Now, let me just do these little side missions. He already won the game. What else is there for him to do? You got a number 1 record already. You was the hottest rapper. You didn't perform. You didn't made your money. Hopefully you got your investments together, got your residual income coming in. So who cares about the industry, in my opinion? All that industry fake stuff, you can just throw that stuff out the window. That's just in my opinion. Now, I don't know if he's being blackballed. See, to me, if you say like blacklisted, blackball, all that stuff, you're talking about like big billboards, performing at these little award shows the industry got, or what else? Having your own fast food meal somewhere. Just unnecessary stuff, like bandwagon stuff. So to me, when somebody say they being blackballed or blacklisted today, that just mean, oh, you basically, we taking away all the bandwagon people. That's it. Because in the 1990s, early 2000s, that was a big deal, right? You blackballed, you blacklisted. Because back then, we didn't have the internet, right? We didn't have the Spotify, the Apple Music. We didn't have all these social media platforms. Now today you can make so much bread online. It's ridiculous how much money you can make independently. But back then, you blackball, you blacklisted. That was like scary words to say because they really controlled everything, but they don't really control these things today. So again, this discussion to me just is not a big deal. Like, okay, DaBaby said some things that rub, the industry the wrong way, or maybe some people in the office ain't feeling him no more. They not putting him on these watered down playlists no more, or they not playing his song 50 times on the radio no more, which to me, again, that's just payola stuff. You know how you listen to the radio and they playing these people's songs 30, 40 times. You listen, you try to change the station, the same song on. Like, all that stuff is so unnecessary to me. If that's what you mean by blackballed, it's like, to me, who cares? Like, now let's listen to what Meek Mill had to say. Shout out to XXLmagazine.com. I'm reading this article out of there. They say, Meek Mill believes DaBaby is being blatantly blackballed by the music industry. Now, Meek Mill said this on Twitter. He say, they blatantly blackballing DaBaby. Not my business, but I'm an observer. Now, shout out to Meek Mill. Shout out to Meek for always keeping it real. Now, Meek Mill, he recently went independent, if I'm not mistaken. So he's had issues with the music industry for a while. He had issues with record labels and the whole 9 yards. So I totally get where he's coming from. I'm excited to see what Meek Mill does independently. I think he gonna do numbers. So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section if y'all think Meek gonna do big numbers independently. Now again, going from the major label level to the independent level, there's gonna be a difference in numbers, and people are gonna be haters. You know, people gonna judge. Oh, you fell off, whoop-de whoop-de whoop, and that's not even the case, right? There's a different level of success independently than there is at a major level, right? At the major labels, right, they do a great job marketing because they got the machine, they got the money. So all that mean is you get a whole bunch of bandwagon fans, really, right? And in my opinion, you need to have a cult audience. You need to have a real following of real loyal fans. And a lot of times, being at a major level, label, I can't even talk today. Being at that level, right? Basically, you are blinded from your real audience. You're not seeing the people who really support you, the people who really spend their work check to buy your material, buy your merch. You're seeing all this bandwagon stuff, right? So like in DaBaby's case, when that stuff starts to get taken away from you, you don't appreciate the people who really rock with you. Now, I'm not saying DaBaby don't appreciate them people. However, it can come across that way to his loyal fans. Like, why are you talking about you being blackballed? Like, bro, I just bought your album. Like, I just spent my last little bread to get your merch. You know, so to them, those people start to feel like, who cares about the industry? That's how I feel. I feel like, who cares about all that fake stuff? Why rock with the people who rock with you, right? Who cares about if they don't put you on this Spotify, Apple playlist that everybody knows watered down? Who cares if they not spinning your record 100 times a day? That stuff is not, it doesn't matter to me. So I get what Meek Mill is saying, but DaBaby still has a lot of potential, right? He still has a chance to build a loyal fan base or continue to build his loyal fan base. See, what DaBaby has to watch out for is that he can't let these people psych him out. Right, he can't let the music industry psych him out is what I'm saying. Right, he can't allow that to affect his rhythm and his confidence when he go in the studio. He got to drown that stuff out, because what's going to happen is these bandwagon fans that was all supporting him, right, they all done turned their back on him. The industry done turned their back on him. So now that's going to affect his rhythm. Right, so that's gonna affect the music, and the music not gonna sound the way it need to sound. Or DaBaby is one of those rappers, right? Right, he one of those rappers. That's the number one thing everybody talk about with DaBaby when he come out. Like, this dude is confident, right? When you first heard DaBaby, what you think? This dude confident as heck. When you first heard Suge, you was like, boy, this boy believe in himself, right? And that's the strength, right? Who else is like that? Cameron is another rapper that's super like that, very confident. See, once that confidence is gone, that really affects his music. DaBaby's confidence has to be like on 10 in order for him to win, right? Because that's his style. That's his bread and butter. See, he's not one of these sad rappers, and no offense to no one like that, but he's not one of these super emotional, I'm sad type rappers, right? He's one of these, I'm balling type rappers, like, look at the skull type rappers. See, but if he let this, oh man, I'm being blackballed stuff get to him, like, he shouldn't even think like that. Like, dude, you got 16,000 units moved. That's still great. You still got a loyal fan base. You got bread coming in. You got cash flow. Your kids gonna be taken care of. Like, you good. But if you pay attention to these blogs and all these people, yeah, it's gonna psych you out. And the same thing for Meek Mill. He's gone independent. So same thing. If he pay attention to where he was at before, if he think too much like that, or he pay too much attention to what's being said on social media, it's going to hurt his confidence too, because Meek Mill is another rapper like that, right? Super confident. That's his strength. The intros, the beginning of the song, the energy, right? That's Meek Mill. Once you take that away, oh man, it takes away 90% of his audience right there, because people's like, yo, what happened to Meek? But if Meek's thinking about that stuff when he goes into the studio, what they saying on social media, or he's thinking about all those private jet flights, all those private parties, and all the bandwagon fans, and all the magazine, billboard covers. He thinking about all the fake stuff, all the cosmetic stuff. It's going to really affect his rhythm. And that's the same thing I want to tell y'all as independent artists. Don't get down on yourself just because you're an independent artist. Don't think, oh man, I ain't signed yet. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. No, be your best self, because today with these streaming platforms and social media, you can make so much bread right now that you don't need a label. You don't need a manager. You don't need a pub company. You don't need none of that stuff. Now, you can get that later when you get your leverage up, like I say, like every video, right? That's something I really want to drive in y'all head. Stay indie until you build your leverage. Keep your confidence high. Being independent is, in my opinion, right now, that's just as good, if not better, than being signed. Because you have a world of potential and you have so much freedom. So again, don't let all the labels and stuff get to you. Now I got some tools to help you out as an independent artist. Now, if you need some extra cash for artwork, mix and master, or just some extra cash to get by, you need to check out instagc.com. That's right, instagc.com. What they do on there is you get free money just for filling out surveys. That's right, free money for filling out surveys. Free money for watching videos, free money for playing games on your phone, you name it. I've used it myself and got some extra cash. It's easy and it's simple. The link will be down below in my description and in my bio. Make sure you check out instagc.com to get some extra cash. And I also got a ghostwriting service. That's right, I'm on fiverr.com and I'm writing hooks, verses, and full songs. We can collab, we can co-write, you name it. The link will be down below in my description and in my bio as well. Now, that's all I really wanted to leave y'all with today, all right? Peace.